I, I'm so disappointed, Mr. Jones. I can't tell you how disappointed I am, you know? We've got but one life to live. Just one. You, you don't get continue. You don't get multiple chances, man. You're not a cat. I'm bringing you out here because we're talking about you, and it's only fair that you hear what's going on. Because you've now picked up the murder case upstairs, the state has asked me to, your bonds are now set at, on both of your cases, on your assault and your criminal mischief, they're both set at 5,002. They did not give you a PR bond on those cases, and the state has asked me to revoke and raise those cases because you are a danger to our public. You've not made bond on those cases, so I'm going to deny their request to revoke and raise your bond. But I'm going to tell you now that I don't know if you're going to get out because your bond is set at $250,000 upstairs. But if you do, I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you absolute home confinement, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do you understand? And you will have a GPS monitor, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, anything else?
No, Judge, not from the scene.
And I guess just keep me in the loop what happens upstairs, you know, if they do anything with the bonds, just keep me in the loop so we can kind of stay close. The other thing is this, is that thing's going to take a while to play out. And I mean, I'm not going to hold it for 2 years for it to play out upstairs. So let's try to find some kind of resolution so we can, you know, they can worry about it upstairs and then we can just, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll obviously give you a sufficient time. Is discovery complete? Because these cases are from November. They're old.
They are, we're still waiting on body cam, dash.
I mean, that's not good. I mean, wait a second.
November. It's
Were they, I guess they may have been 2Bs though. Let me see if that's right. Because if there were 2Bs, then
Actually, Judge, it looks like we have. It looks like we have all of the body cam. It wasn't complete. We have the 911 calls.
oh, so you've got, is discovery's complete?
It looks
Okay.
like it, yes, Judge.
Do you have you given offers on both of the cases?
I have not, Judge, but I'll take a look on his,
There was an offer, but it's been.
There was-
Counted out that option, that offer.
we had offered a 13-month deferred. I revoked it, obviously, with the new law violation.
Sure.
So I'm probably just gonna check his credit and put a jail time offer.
Okay, so I'll give you some time, take a look, speak with Mr. Jones, what he wants to do. The cases are kind of old, so when we come back in the next time, you must accept the offer from the state. Otherwise, I'm going to set your cases for trial here. You understand? Okay, man.
But Judge, in all honesty, I can let him know right now, considering that he has a murder case, I would be reluctant to plead him guilty to an assault case. Because that could be used in punishment. He's in enough trouble. We may as well set for trial if there's not going to be a dismissal on this case.
I'll speak to the felony. I mean,
Sure.
the murder was just filed a couple of days ago, so I'll speak to the felony, see what the CW wants on the assault.
So let's set it a week
And
out.
look at it.
Talk to felony,
Yes,
see
Judge.
what they want. In a week, we can set it.
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
Okay. All right. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Yes, sir.
Judge, do you think the vote's going to occur now? Did you just write the night on them? When you sign them?
No, I can just,
Page 9.
you're Christopher McCormick.
Yes, sir.
Mr. McCormick, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Sir.
Yes, Judge.
On February 4th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a Lowe's in Harris County, Texas regarding a theft. The officer made contact with the complainant, who advised he stopped a male who intentionally passed all points of sale with merchandise. The defendant had placed items in a cart and proceeded to exit the store. The total was $714.88.
Got it. Mr. McCormick, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go to any Lowe's whatsoever for any reason. If I find that you go to Lowe's, you pick up a new case, I'm going to revoke your bond, put you in jail. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind filing those conditions, Mr. Alex? Tell me, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir, not at this time.
I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify. So Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Ramon and fill it out, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Okay? Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Mr. Butler, so it's been dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So I guess you're free to go. Have fun. And then we can give you an order removing any devices that he may have.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
Go
that.
ahead and sign.
All right, jury's already been discharged.
They're there if you want to go speak to
Yeah, I
them.
just would like to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
They're waiting on parking passes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On February 4th, 2025, officers responded to a possible fraud at an Auto Nation in Harris County, Texas. And the officers met with the sales manager, who informed them that a black male had arrived at the business and attempted to purchase a vehicle with a fictitious driver's license. The manager provided a copy of the driver's license provided to him, and an NCIC TCIC search was done on the driver's license and returned a photograph of a Hispanic male. The sales manager said that was not the same person who had provided the driver's license the previous day. The defendant had provided a salesperson a copy of the fictitious driver's license the day before when trying to purchase the vehicle online, and a salesperson thought it was suspicious when the defendant arrived on the 4th, having provided the driver's license of a Hispanic male on the day before. The salesperson asked to see his ID, and he provided a paper copy of the same driver's license, although it looked like he had placed a photo over the original photo on the license he had sent the previous day. The defendant could not produce the original driver's license. The officer made contact with the defendant, who admitted the driver's license copy he had provided was not him, although he stated it was him in the photo on the paper copy of the driver's license. The defendant had his real driver's license in his pocket, as well as the doctored paper copy of someone else's driver's license. The defendant also had a copy of the original document he had sent the previous day.
Mr. White, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to pick up any new cases, not to be in this kind of behavior again. I will do everything in my power to protect my community. If I find that anything dubious is going on, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and I'm going to make your bond sky high. Do you understand? Can you file no engaging in like behavior, please? No contact with any of the complaining witnesses in these cases as well.
Yes, Judge.
The weapons as well.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. White, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer? I'm going to have you fill out an application. I will take a look to see whether you qualify. Don't endanger my public by any means. Do you understand? All right. I'll get with Deputy Miranda. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Say it again?
Plea on Mr. Drew.
Okay.
Mr. Sam.
Does he have any prior DWIs, Alex? Do you know if he has any prior DWIs? Okay,
No, Judge.
Are not that aware.
I'll run his full NCIC if you'd like.
please.
Yes,
You
Judge.
need to understand that DWIs are big business in Texas, you know? Watch the news. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI. That's why they have made the penalty so darn severe. A third DWI, you're looking at prison up to minimum 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. What you're doing is you're pleading guilty to this offense. The DWI is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. And what you need to understand is that whenever you get pulled over now in the future, first thing an officer does is they're going to look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, a prior PCS, and they come up to you and they smell alcohol, they smell any kind of funky smell, what do you think they're going to do?
Take me out of the car.
No, not just take you out of the car.
Take me to jail.
Probably so. You know, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I were you, even if you have had a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car. It's a humongous risk that you're taking. You understand? What you have worked out is 180 days in jail to be probated for 1 year. As part of the conditions for you to complete this probation successfully, you must do a DWI education class, 2 victim impact panels. You must also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. They assess other conditions like, supportive outpatient treatment, intensive outpatient treatment. You must also fulfill those as well. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, no breath test refusal. What that means is that if you're pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't do it, you're in violation. If you violate this, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out. We're going to talk if you violated your probation. If you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
And so it would also be a minimum 30 days, and we discussed that. On this case, it's 8, so it would be a 30-day minimum.
So he's doing 30 days as a condition.
Sorry, we're pleading to, pleading to do
Say it again?
the.
Oh, I see. Right.
No prior. He is aware that it would be 30 days minimum.
Right. So if you are revoked, it's a minimum of 30 days in jail. That's what they're trying to allude to. Do you understand?
Sir.
I don't see the enhancement on here, so let me see. Is it true or untrue that you had a Class A misdemeanor theft in 2018?
It's true.
It's true, the enhancement. All right. You were giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this, you are stuck with this until you complete it successfully or you get revoked. You understand?
Sir.
You still want to do this?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the office of driving while intoxicated? I will find you guilty. I'm going to send it to you to the agreement. Does this also take care of the case upstairs?
Which would be dismissed in the case of
They're going to dismiss the felony case upstairs. This is a great deal for you because anytime you can avoid a felony, you're winning. But you have to understand that there's only so many times, that they're going to do this where they're going to dump one in exchange for the other, especially a felony offense. It doesn't happen over and over.
Understand.
You understand?
Sir.
All right. Now, I want you to understand one more thing that, as I said earlier, DWI is big business. There is a $3,000 surcharge that we normally apply to cases like this. This is your first offense. I will waive your fee now. But if you pick up another DWI, it is a $6,000 surcharge. And if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you sit 1 day in jail. So you can imagine how much time you'd be doing if you pick up another DWI. You understand? We all make mistakes. But the idea is that you don't continue to endanger other lives by making these stupid mistakes. Get a clue. Good luck to you, Mr. Drew. All right. Thanks, Josh.
Judge, may I ask you a question?
Sure.
So you do want the TRS to be completed?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really addressing on Mr. Drew addressed about the court costs.
No, wait.
Yeah, I forget that's what I was. You know, just let her know. You want me to call my dad?